Hey everyone, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Transformers animated Shockwave action figure. This set is a Voyager Class Transformer and was originally released in 2008. I bought this set at a Kmart at a really great deal. There's a clearance sticker here for $16, which is a great deal already. But when I took this toy to the register, it scanned for only $8. And I quickly went back and picked up another Shockwave, and how could you not at that price? I mean, it's just a really great deal. But the main reason I got another Shockwave is because of what's described here. It has 4 modes. It has 2 alt modes and 2 bot modes. And if you follow the Transformers animated storyline, you find out that Shockwave was posing as an Autobot. So he has an Autobot and his true Decepticon mode, and I wanted to get another Shockwave to have both modes at the same time. So, and at $8, that's a really great deal. So you're really getting 2 Transformers for the less than a price of 1 Voyager Class Transformer, which is really great. As you can see here, you got Shockwave in his Decepticon alt mode, which is a tank. I don't know if that's his Cybertron mode or his Earth mode. I don't follow the Transformers animated series yet. I bought the DVDs and we'll be watching it as soon as I get my first set of DVDs on there. Taking a look at the side of the package, you can see other Transformers in the animated line. You have Skywarp and Grimlock. Let me see if there's anything on the other side. Just a picture of Shockwave there. And you have on the back here a description of Shockwave. He's a Decepticon deep cover spy. And there you got his galactic powers and abilities. And you can see both his his bot modes. Here's the Decepticon mode, and there's the Autobot on there. And that's my notification there, excuse me. And then you have both of his alt modes here, that of a Decepticon tank and an Autobot crane. So let's go ahead and take this guy out of the package, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and we have Shockwave here in his alt mode. Let's go ahead and take a look at what came with this figure. And that is the instruction sheet here of the different modes that you can put Shockwave in. You have instructions on how to put Shockwave from his Decepticon tank mode to his Autobot crane mode. And then we have changing the Autobot crane mode into Autobot long arm mode, his long arm bot mode. And then you have instructions here on how to change Autobot long arm to Decepticon Shockwave. I'm wondering if there's no instructions on the back, and I'm gonna have to follow the instructions as is just to get him from Decepticon tank mode down to Decepticon Shockwave. I'm gonna have to go through this whole entire process because I really suck at doing these transformations, and I don't know if there's a quick way of just changing from the tank mode to Shockwave bot mode without having to go through all of the Autobot modes. It'll take me probably forever to do it, so I'm probably just gonna have to go through Decepticon to Autobot to Decepticon mode to put this guy together. So that's the instruction sheets on how to transform Shockwave here. And take a look at Shockwave in his alt mode, which is that of a tank, a Decepticon tank. So I'm guessing this is a Cybertronian alt mode, because I don't know of any Earth tank that looks like this. So it's pretty interesting. I'm not too much of a fan of this of his alt mode as a tank here. It just doesn't quite work for me, mainly because you have these separated areas for the treads here. Just and you really can see that these are his limbs when you eventually transform him to his bot mode. So on the bottom here you can see rollers. It doesn't have actual treads or actual working treads. It just has little rollers to move them along on here, and it rolls okay. Not as smooth as I'd like it to be, but oh well. His turret here actually does rotate on here, and the cannon does elevate up and down, which is kind of neat. And there you can see the Decepticon logo there, which is kind of neat. You can see the hook here in his mode for as long arm. I wish they hid this a little better on there, but well, that's the best I guess they could do on there. It's an okay looking alt mode. Like I said, I'm not too much of a fan of this mode. And you can actually see part of his face down there. And you also have the logo here, Decepticon, and it rotates between the two different modes of Decepticon and Autobot on there. It's kind of neat on there. And not much else to say about his alt mode here. So we'll go ahead and be right back and have Shockwave in his bot mode. Okay, we're back and we have Shockwave in his bot mode, and I like it a lot more than his alt mode, that's for sure. And it's pretty close to show accurate from what I've seen of clips of Shockwave online. Although he is lanky here, but I think on the show he's even lankier, and which is not too bad. I still like this this mode here. To get a size comparison, I have a deluxe class Jazz here, and you can see that Shockwave is pretty tall compared to the deluxe class figures. I don't have another deluxe or Voyager class animated transformer to compare to, though. So when I open more, I guess I'll use him as a comparison to other Voyager classes. But taking a look at Shockwave here in detail, you can see he's got this big gun here, which was the turret when he was in tank mode. It's very nice. Simply pegs in on there with a peg here into the peg hole. You can put it on either arm on there, and I'll just get that out of the way for now. And I had a little bit of a harder time transforming this figure. It just there's some parts where in the legs here where I had difficulty interpreting the instructions on there, but I was able to get to transforming him. And you can see here when I just sand him straight up and down, he is pretty lanky on there. So still, I really like it. It's pretty nice on here. One thing I had to do was do some painting, and that's because let me see if I can get here's the face for when he's long arm. I had to paint some black over here on the chin areas, because when I transform his face to Shockwave's bot mode face, some of the white was showing through underneath here, and it was kind of distracting, so I had to paint the chin of long arm, which I don't mind, because for this figure here, he's going to stay as Shockwave in his bot mode, so I don't really care too much. And then my other figure, I just won't transform him into Shockwave, but keep him as long arm on here. But so with the painting over here, it removes the white spots that were on there, and you can see here, I think it's a lot better. And it's kind of neat here. The eye here is it's got some light piping in the back here, pretty neat. So on there, taking a look at Shockwave in more detail. He's got the Decepticon logo here, which is kind of neat. It's got like a metallic gold paint. It's really cool on there. And like I said, he's pretty lanky on here. And his joints are not your typical joints for the figure for articulation. It's kind of like for here, the arm. You can't. You can put the arm out this way, but you can't really swing it out to his side, which is kind of unfortunate there. So and some of the legs here, you can bend at the knee. There's no thigh articulation. It would have been nice if there was a swivel over here, on here. But I still think this is a nice figure on there. You can get some poses. You just have to work on this figure here. And you can see, it's pretty plain on the back here. It's pretty flat there. Whoops, let me put his head thing there. And he does have these shoulder things that are also get in the way of posing a little bit. So still very nice. Going over the articulation, the head does go all the way around this way. It does go down and up, so it's kind of neat. It's got a nice range of motion for the head, and in the Autobot mode of Long Arm, his head is pretty restricted, so this is kind of nice where his head is a bit free moving on there. The arms, the shoulders go up and down here. The arms go all the way around. They got like ratchet positions on there. And the elbows here swivel at the elbows, and also bend as well. And he's got these fingers here, two of these fingers here, and I guess an opposable thumb on there. And this is kind of tight, this thumb area during the transformation. It is really tight, and it's made of a softer rubber. And I thought I was going to tear right here at this ball joint there, but you have to be really extra careful on that. So, but the fingers do go up and down, which is kind of neat. He does not have any torso or waist articulation, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if you had a swivel right around here, but they don't. So the legs do go up, down, back, out to the side. There's no thigh articulation that I'm aware of, but you can bend it over here, so which is kind of interesting. The knees do bend, and they do rotate at the knee, which is neat. And the toes bend up and down, as well as the back toe, and the back digit, I guess you could say. And this provides a lot of the stability of the figure when you pose it. So overall, I really like this Shockwave. It's pretty neat. Especially, I'm just going to keep him in bot mode. I don't really like the alt mode too much. And well, I do tend to keep all of my Transformers in bot mode anyway. So, but I recommend getting this figure if you're into the Transformers animated line. I will do a separate video of Shockwave in his Autobot mode of Long Arm, since I do have a separate figure, so I want to go ahead and dedicate a separate video for that. So stay tuned for that sometime soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.